Hello, EOS Nation, and welcome to episode 30 of the EOS Hot Sauce. I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we've got another spicy one for you this week. This week, we're bringing you a special CPU edition, and topics include Dapp CPU innovation, a recent history of EOS CPU, Effect.AI and UN partnership, EOS Nation updates, EOSIO version 2 release candidate 2, or ID, evolution of Edna, EOS Writer 3.0, Liquid Apps Zeus, and updates from Mythical Games, D-Good Standards, and Microsoft Azure in our ecosystem update. EOS Hot Sauce is available in every format. You can watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud, listen on Apple Podcast or your podcast player of choice, and subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter at eosnation.io. Up first, Dapp CPU innovation. The recent surge of activity on the EOS public network has caught many people by surprise. Stakeholders of all shapes and sizes were affected. Small users wishing to play EOS Nights, large exchanges like Coinbase, and dApps of all sizes came to the sudden realization that they needed more resources than before to transact on the network. The demand for resources was so high that in just a few days, borrowers depleted the entire available supply of EOS that was lent to the resource exchange, or REX. This left many users in the undesirable situation of being unable to transact on the network due to lack of resources. This event was a great catalyst for a variety of dApps to implement the recently deployed EOSIO 1.8 feature, allowing them to pay for the CPU of their users. dApp developers got right to work, and innovative solutions were quickly deployed across the network. Here are some of the highlights. dApps such as EarnBet and Wombat Wallet had already implemented the feature of paying for user CPU prior to the surge, while other popular dApps such as Prospectors, ChainClash, and Everpedia reacted quickly to the surge and enabled the feature for their users in early November. Another platform to react quickly was Blocks.io with their solution that allows 3 free daily transactions for their users. Users can use these free transactions to stake more CPU to their account, rent resources from REX when available, and execute some token transfers or any other action allowed on the platform. Blocks.io is a versatile platform that allows you to explore any EOSIO blockchain, manage your EOSIO accounts, and also interface with decentralized exchanges like Nudex, YOLO, and Findex. Combining these features together can allow a user to execute a trade on Nudex while Blocks.io takes care of the CPU requirements. Pretty cool. The popular wallet TokenPocket deployed an innovative solution called Forget Mode, which allows users to just forget about CPU and net while using dApps. Users can spend 100 TokenPocket tokens, or TPT, in exchange for some CPU that can be used when interacting with dApps found in the wallet. The purchased CPU is available for one-time use, which means it doesn't expire or replenish. At the time of publishing, 100 TPT cost about 0.06 EOS and allocated about 290 EOS worth of CPU power, or 29 milliseconds. That's a pretty good deal if you ask us. Forget Mode is still in beta, and TokenPocket continues to work on improving this feature. And the latest CPU innovation released this week comes from one of the best technical teams in the EOSIO ecosystem, Greymass. The Greymass Fuel service will serve 2 functions in EOSIO ecosystems. One will be as a premium paid service that allows dApps to easily cover the transaction costs for their users, and the other will be a free public service that offers limited transactions based on community donations in the form of delegations. Seeing such strong teams deploying their unique solutions to remove friction for their users has left us very excited for the future of dApps on the EOS network. If you're as excited about the future of EOS as we are, make sure you smash that like on YouTube or give the podcast a 5-star rating. You can learn more about all these solutions at the links at the bottom of the article on our website. Up next, a recent history of EOS CPU. During periods of high usage, token holders on the EOS network are able to transact according to how much EOS they have staked for resources. During periods of low usage, extra leeway is given to accounts that are transacting on the network. Just a few weeks ago, when usage was low, EOS accounts transacting on the network were given 1,000 times more resources to use compared to the amount that they owned. Due to current high usage of the network seen in November 2019, that extra leeway is unavailable and users can only use the resources they actually own. During previous periods of low usage, resources were also abundantly available through the EOS Resource Exchange, or REX, and due to the high supply and low demand for these resources, they were also priced very cheaply. Users who needed resources to transact on EOS assumed that there would always be supply available and rent the day they needed it. For example, in September 2019, you can rent 4,500 EOS in CPU for just 1 EOS. During that time, a black hat hacker exploited a weakness in a casino smart contract and rented 1.2 million EOS and CPU to make it work. This cost him about 300 EOS, and the exploit caught the attention of a skilled white hat hacker and blockchain developer named Dexaran, who proceeded to publish his first articles on EOS. On October 1st, 2019, Dexaran published a detailed article describing how the EOS network was reacting during a time of high usage, which is also sometimes called congestion mode. The article does a great job breaking down how the CPU resource is designed and also how it works and reacts to different levels of network usage. During the third week of October 2019, Dexaran continued stress testing the network while warning the community about it on Twitter. Although some accused him of DDoSing EOS, Dexaran defended himself, stating he was protecting his investments by emulating the mass adoption of the platform. Users and dApps took notice and started buying more resources from Rex. This caused the first significant increase in Rex usage, with over 5 million of EOS borrowed from October 19th to October 26th. Dexaran encouraged dApps to deploy new EOSIO 1.8 features that allows dApps to pay for CPU, which many have since done, as mentioned earlier. On November 1st, 2019, the EIDOS airdrop smart contract was activated and the network entered into a high usage mode and has remained that way ever since. This is caused by users mining the EIDOS airdrop by executing transactions using their CPU. Since then, the network has been in a constant state of high usage, which can be represented by the amount of milliseconds of CPU allowed per EOS staked, or the CPU quota. On November 4th, Rex ran out of available resources to loan out to borrowers and caused a lot of distress for users and dApps who suddenly could not rent more CPU to continue transacting on the network. Since all of the EOS contained in Rex was rented out, users who wanted to cash out their Rex into EOS were placed in a queue that was filled as Rex loans expire. As shown in the chart on our website, users can expect about 4 million EOS of Rex loans to expire on November 23rd, and then a massive 52 million of Rex loans to expire on December 1st. It's likely that, on those dates, users who want to cash out from Rex or borrow from Rex will have a chance to do so. The demand for EOS resources has gone up significantly over the last few weeks. Before Rex had exhausted its supply of EOS, the Rex rental rate had surged up to 155 EOS in CPU for 1 EOS, which seems to indicate to us that EOS resources were previously underpriced. Users have demonstrated their willingness to spend more EOS in order to continue transacting on the network. Combined with the recent flurry of Dapp CPU innovation we have seen, we believe these are very bullish signs for the EOS network and have never been more excited for the future of EOSIO. Check out the links on our website to dig deeper. Up next, Effect.AI's partnership with the United Nations. In order for blockchain to really gain adoption, it has to solve real-life problems for real-life people. This is exactly what Effect.AI has done by building a platform where users can earn EFX tokens by completing simple tasks and contributing to AI development. The hope for Effect.AI is that it will give users from developing nations the opportunity to earn some income. In order to test this in the real world, Effect.AI managed to partner with the UN for a pilot program with 12 youth from a disadvantaged city in Georgia. Over the course of 1 year, the youth from Georgia were able to earn more income than the minimum wage, and it's with great pleasure that we share the news that the UN has considered the Effect.AI pilot a success. The new partnership deal with the UN includes the establishment of the Effect.AI and Blockchain Center, which will serve as a beacon to attract local businesses that are interested in AI and blockchain, as well as providing a safe physical space for youth to learn about these technologies and earn income on Effect.AI. Over on the tech side of things, Effect Force has recently enabled subtitle translations via Rosette AI and WordProof. Things are moving fast, and you can catch up on all the latest Effect.AI news by reading their October update or watching their hour-long interview with Max Dapp. If you only have a few minutes, we encourage our readers to watch the video discussing the UN partnership. Take a moment to appreciate how far we've come along with blockchain technology. We're getting very close to unlocking a lot of value for people all over the world, and Effect.AI is a prime example of the tremendous potential and positive impact that EOSIO blockchain technology can have on the world. Up next, WAX Nation Community. WAX Celebrity Esports Challenge sponsor, new all-access options, and OIG guidelines. Gaming is a rapidly evolving industry, and the latest WAX promotion is leveraging two popular industry trends in order to increase community involvement: esports competitions and loot boxes. The Celebrity Esports Challenge started last week and is expected to reach 450 million video gamers across 31 countries. To add to the excitement, Wax account holders that are watching the events can also have a chance to win unique prizes via free Wax-powered loot boxes. Culminating with the finals at the end of January, the challenge features matches played every Thursday, giving viewers plenty of chances to win. Wax is also making it as easy as possible to log into your Wax account through the Wax All Access portal. You can now sign into your account from using a variety of popular platforms such as Google, Facebook, Discord, Reddit, Twitch, Twitter, and more. Customers and businesses trust Wax All Access to make logging into websites simple, transparent, and secure. We love seeing the convergence of mainstream media, esports, and blockchain technology. But the question remains, are big video game companies ready to adopt blockchain technology? The answer might surprise you, and it's the topic of the latest episode of the Wax On video series. And rounding out this week's Wax news, the Wax Office of the Inspector General has released more information about who the Inspector Generals are, as well as sharing a detailed list of the criteria that will be used to determine a guild score. Each category is broken down into required skills, core criteria, and bonus criteria, where each item is either given full marks or none. The categories are administrative maturity, technical operations, technical contributions, geographic distribution, business development, and community engagement. We look forward to seeing all the great submissions from our fellow Wax guilds. Remember to vote for Wax Nation as one of your favorite guilds on the Wax Network. We appreciate the support and are honored to be able to maintain and secure the Wax Network. And finally, EOS ecosystem updates. First, we've got EOSIO version 2 release candidate 2. If it feels like there's always another upgrade coming soon to EOSIO, it's because Block 1 has been remarkably consistent in delivering improvements to their open source product. The next major upgrade, EOSIO 2.0, is expected to increase throughput by 5 times and contains features that are prerequisite for voice. The second release candidate for EOSIO 2.0 was recently published, which includes a security fix for EOS VM and a few miscellaneous fixes for better stability. ORID. Developed by the Acon team, ORID is a simple tool for companies that are interested in adopting blockchain solutions or for developers that need an onboarding integration for their DApp, while creating a seamless experience for users through the abstraction of the underlying blockchain. In their October update, the team introduced new features such as the new auto-sign function that comes in handy for processes and dApps that have frequent similar transactions. Further updates include the option to sign in with your Apple ID, the possibility to connect and manage several of your social logins via ORID, Rex, and first authorizer integration. Evolution of eDNA. The eDNA project also shared some updates with the community. After some restructuring, all the different components are now aligned to ensure a successful launch on Worbly. eDNA has created a whole new token and a utility model to ensure economic stability and regulatory compliance. A smart move since eDNA aims to turn DNA into an asset class. EOS Writer 3.0. The EOS Writer has now covered news for the EOSIO community for almost a year, and what a year that was. For the upcoming birthday of the platform on November 19th, the team made themselves a perfect present with the launch of EOS Writer 3.0. The site got a complete redesign and many additional features were added. Congratulations to the team at EOS Writer and happy first birthday. Zeus ready for the hackathon. The Liquid Apps Hackathon is just a few days away, giving the community another chance to come together and participate in the development of EOSIO technology. Just in time for the hackathon, the team introduced the Zeus IDE, an integrated development environment especially for the Zeus SDK, which brings all the different Liquid Apps solutions together in one production tool. We can be excited about what the hackathon participants will come up with, and the Liquid Apps team itself seems to share that excitement, as Tal and Benny both appeared for in-depth interviews, and Peter K released a bunch of new developer tutorials. Finally, Mythical brings DGood's NFT standard to the Azure blockchain. The EOS VC-funded company Mythical Games shared some exciting news this week. The NFT token standard DGoods, which was created by Mythical Games, will be integrated with Microsoft's Azure blockchain. From this development, we can see once again that chain interoperability is a desired feature for the future of blockchain applications, and EOSIO players are leading the charge from all angles. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. EOS Nation is a top block producer on the EOS public network. We earn inflation rewards based on the percentage of tokens staked towards us. Those rewards are reinvested into EOSIO community, tools, and infrastructure. Help grow the ecosystem by staking your vote to EOS Nation FTW for BP or proxying to Proxy Formation. And don't forget to smash that like on YouTube or give the podcast a 5-star rating. Once again, I'm your host, Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.